Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Thanks so much for joining me. So today I'm doing another Mass Makes Monday. I'm taking a little bit of a breather from Tina's Mass Makes, not forever, but just for this 1 week, because I'm on a mission to use up the back pages in the Tim Holtz paper pads. I've got a bunch of these squares left over, as well as some of the rectangles, and I had a bit of an idea for them. And so I thought I would just get on and, show you on video and make a bunch. So the first idea I've got is to take keep two squares joined together like this. So you've got 3 by 6, and then we're going to add an additional square on top of the bottom to make a very simple little library pocket, which is 6 inches high by 3 inches across. Really, really simple. Doesn't want decorating or anything because, of course, we've got the lots of decoration from the Tim Holtz papers. So yeah, that's what we're going to do first. So I'm going to make a few, being a Mass Makes Monday, and yeah, hopefully it'll give you some inspiration as well. I realised I haven't inked anything. I was that excited to show you, so I'm probably just going to get on and ink a load of stuff. Okay, I'm set. I just wanted to get the front squares inked whilst I still had a chance to. Okay, so I've got 3 squares from the Tim Holtz paper pad. And I'm just lining them up because I'm going to be a daredevil, and I'm going to punch the divot through all 3 of them at the same time and have things go flicking everywhere, as per usual. I don't know if you see that on video, but my goodness, they do flick up high. Okay, just give those a quick ink. Right, hopefully I haven't messed up my little order. Okay, so as I say, you want your 2 squares joined together, and we're just going to go ahead and glue our squares on to the front as a little pocket. Now, of course, you won't fit a ton in here, and we're going to be conscious to go as close to the edge as we can, but you can at least fit a little tag, some tickets, a little bit of note paper, just something small in there. And I don't know about you, but I am always looking for ideas of what I can do with these Tim Holtz squares and rectangles. They're from the 12 by 12 papers. I don't know if the 8 by 8s, oh gosh, I don't know what happened to my voice then. I don't know if the 8 by 8s have it, but the 12 by 12 certainly do. Not that they're not making them anymore, are they? 12 by 12. Anyway, so that's that one. And then I think this one, yeah, that looks about right. And really, I was going with the decorative square to be at the bottom, and the top square on the back piece be the plainer section. Because, of course, if you're going to put something in your pocket, then at least this way you won't be covering up any of the nice papers. We can celebrate those still. And then, of course, once we put something in the pocket, the back of it is going to look, more exciting, isn't it? So, yeah, it's just a little idea. I'm sure it's been done, but I was just playing around with a few Tim Holtz things recently, and I was just playing around with the papers, really. And then I started just doing a bunch of things and thought, well, I'm just going to show you some of it, and it might give you some ideas. Of course, if you don't have the Tim Holtz papers, then all it is just a 6 by 3 inch back piece, and then a 3 by 3 inch front piece. You can do it with any cardstock, can't you? Doesn't have to be Tim Holtz. Okay. Fabulous. Right, so that's those. And then we're just going to round the corners of the back piece, and then I do need to do a little bit of tidying up just where my pieces weren't cut completely straight, but aside from that, that's it. That is idea number 1. Really simple, and I'll show you what I'm gonna have in my pockets in a sec. How's that for a mess make? Speedy quick. Now, of course, you could, you know, decorate these if you really wanted to. I don't think it's necessary with, you know, all of this going on. And of course, once you've got something in the pocket, how smashing do they look? And I've just got these plain craft tags. You know, really simple. So yeah, as you can see, I do need to do a little bit of tidying up with my cutting. But I just wanted to come on, show you the idea, and then, you know, you can do what you like with it. Hopefully it's given you some little bit of inspiration. Okay, right, that's idea number one. As I say, Speedy Gonzalez today. Now, the next one is to make little notepads. So I've got a few different things here. I've got everything next to me, as per usual. Okay, so the first one is going to be a flip-up notepad like this. And the second one is going to be a normal notebook like this. Now, we'll start with the flip-up one. So these are the 3x3 inch squares at the back of the pad. Oh, I thought I was going to knock everything flying then. And goodness me, I am going to knock everything flying. And you just want two joined together. And ideally you want, you know, when you fold it over in that, when you're choosing your squares, you know, ideally you want the front piece to be something that looks kind of like a notebook. However that looks to you, it's, you know, it's up to you. I've gone with the more decorative fronts, I suppose, and you know, to me that looks really, really cool as a little notebook. So those are the 3x3s. We will add papers in a minute. I just want to get all the scoring done first. And then we've got the 4x3s. So we're just scoring them down the middle at 3 inches. And likewise, you don't need to have Tim Holtz papers to make these. You could do this with any cardstock. Now this one, I'm going to break the rules. I'm going to do a back to front notepad, because I want this bird to be my front cover. That's what I want. Okay, so I can already see I do need to do a little bit of trimming, because I don't think I started with even squares and rectangles. So I'm just going to get everything straightened up, and then I will be back with you to put the papers in and do some decorating. Okay, we are in business. So I'll start with the 3x3s. I've just cut up some papers. These are the end papers of books, just the plain end pages. And I'm going to have 4 in each notepad. And these I've cut slightly smaller than these squares. Let me just show you, 2 secs. Just get everything lined up nicely. That's it. So as you can see, when we're going to have them inside, they're sort of 1 millimetre on each side, smaller than the paper pad, just so that it fits in there nicely. And all we're going to do is pop a staple in the middle. Very, very simple. And do the same here. Of course, you know, you could make these in all kinds of ways, really. You know, it's completely up to you. And then I'm going to glue them. I'm going to use my beacon, just because it's going to be a lot stronger, in my opinion. And I'm just going to glue this back piece. Goodness me. So I'm just going to go along with the beacon where the staple is, and then I'm going to come in with my art glitter glue for the rest of it. That's it. and I'm just going to glue it straight into the back of this, like so that it's nicely in the middle. And the reason that I'm gluing them in is for a variety of reasons. The biggest reason is I want to cover up the fact that this back square is going to be upside down. So by gluing it in, you're covering that up with a writing spot, like so. But then the person who uses it, whether it's you or somebody else, then has, you know, other pieces of paper to use, not just a writing spot, if that makes sense. Goodness me, that was a lot of words, wasn't it? But you know, you probably see what I'm going with there. Okay, that's that one. Yeah, really, really simple. That's what today is all about. As I say, one of the things I love about the Mass Makes is it doesn't have to be anything complicated. Sorry, my glue was playing up there. Yeah, it doesn't have to be anything complicated, and you can have a useful, fun, interesting piece of ephemera. You know, it's you don't all have to do complicated things all of the time, and that's kind of what these Mass Makes are about, is you know, yeah, just going back to the basics and just, yeah, making some really cool, useful pieces of ephemera. So other than an ink, I don't think I want to decorate these, because as I say, I picked, you know, decorative papers on the front. Of course, we can certainly decorate the inside. If you wanted, you know, you could have like a label or a fussy cut or something. I think I'm going to stick with plain for the time being. And then, yeah, we're going to do the exact same thing with these 4x3s. These are going to have 6 papers in, because I've used thinner ones for these. Hopefully I can count successfully. Okay, so along comes the staple again. And now this, you know, we're not, this is not upside down, because obviously it opens, you know, the normal way. So it's up to you whether you want to make that visible or not. So what we can do with these is just run some glue just along the top, and not the whole way along the back piece of paper. And then that way you can lift it up and still see the nice Tim Holtz papers. The reason I'm sticking it on this side, well, really because I want the focus to be on the browns is my reasoning for this. But also because mine opens this way, I don't want the heaviness to be on the part that opens. Again, if that makes sense. But of course, you know, we can decorate this, and I might very well decorate inside here. I might. Probably will. Okay. Like I said, really, really simple today. But yeah, we'll I think we'll have a look at decorating these tall ones. So I'll have to grab some bits and pieces out to, yeah, see what we can come up with, really. And I think I'll probably give everything a good inky poo and take it from there. So given my glue is now refusing to come out, I think that would be a good time to just pause, and then I'll just find some stuff that I can just quickly decorate these with, and then that will be this week's Mass Make done. Like I said, simple, but hopefully it's giving you some ideas. Okay, so in the interest of keeping things simple, what I've got here is just some like textured handmade paper. So I've just torn that down so it's got a really nice fluffy edge, and then I'm just gonna pop that down. There's my little textured background. It's nice actually, it's quite thin paper, so it almost like blends into the background. You can barely even see it. but yeah, it's there. It's just to add a bit of texture or interest, you know. And then I've got these little stickers that I think Mandy might have sent me actually. So I'm thinking that will go nicely there, just to give it a little something, just so you can see a little something when you open it up. And these are just perfect for the theme that I've gone with, which is sort of part birds, part botanicals. So really simple, not anything to it, but just a little something for you to see when you have a look inside. And yeah, same again really. So yeah, how's that for a Mass Make Monday? That really was simple today. So we made a bunch of library style pockets with the Tim Holtz squares, and now we've made a few little notepads, yeah, also with the Tim Holtz squares and rectangles. So that is good going today, I think. I do have other videos on how to use the Tim Holtz papers in the back, you know, the squares and rectangles. You know, I've made them into little pockets before. You know, I've done various things with them, so do have a look at my Tim Holtz playlist if you want some more ideas. But yeah, what I've shown you today is just what I fancied doing today. And I probably should go because we've put the clocks back, and the light's certainly yeah, the light's definitely going now. So yeah, there we go. Made a whole bunch of these little notepads and pockets. So I hope that you've gotten something out of today, even if it's just a little bit of inspiration or just a bit of company from me being on video. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed watching, you know, regardless of what you've gotten out of it. I hope you've enjoyed watching. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching these videos. You know, I really, really appreciate it, and I just hope that I can keep coming back and showing you some interesting things. So thank you so much everyone, and we'll speak soon. Bye bye for now, and have a lovely rest of your day and week, seeing as it's Monday.